Agenda 2030, they're talking about, and they've already started trying to implement this. They're called climate lockdowns, barring people from traveling too much and from going into the wild areas, the rural areas that they claim need to be rewilded from human activity. This cult is playing right into the narrative that's going to benefit the elite. The government will be justified in rounding these people up in the future if their climate lockdowns continue to become a thing, and these people at the same time are accused of starting forest fires or are starting forest fires. It's going to play right into the elite's plan to round us all up into their smart cities. So this is the type of cult that is not going in the right direction themselves, but they're also detracting from the movement that is needed. We need to have a farming and farmhanding movement, permaculture, not this large-scale monocropped industrial farming that they try to epitomize anything other than a hunter-gatherer lifestyle that they're advocating. So they try to like pit these two extremes in people's minds and not give any reasonable middle ground option. Just the idea is tainting people's assessment of needing to go farm or farmhand. And so if people have too many options for which direction to move in life, they oftentimes will just freeze. And so the people's minds, they're living in these cities, shitties is what I call them, are increasingly becoming aware that they need to do something different. They need to exit Babylon, leave Babylon in some way. And this narrative is actually mucking up people's confidence that the direction they need to go is farming or farmhanding. It's not smart at all to preemptively go out into the woods and try to a guerrilla garden to live off of, because there aren't enough animals to actually live off of anymore. The smart thing to do is to farm or farmhand, be a mobile farmhand so that you can travel between farms, and then start guerrilla gardening the areas and tending the weeds, the wild edibles that are in between your way stations, your homesteads. That way you'll have the wide enough spectrum of diverse enough foods that will keep you satiated and healthy in a post-apocalyptic situation. You'll have all the wild stuff, you'll have hunting, and you'll have the gardens, all the garden vegetables and fruits that we eat now, and that we're dependent on. And not only that, but you'll be such an asset to those small farmers by way of helping them to get the work done that they need for affordable rate, for free. In which case, that's another one of my main concerns, is that a lot of people don't know, but Bill Gates is the largest farmland owner in America now. He's also the largest funder of GMO crops. He's also the largest funder of lab-grown meat and warehouse vertical farming under artificial lights that don't require the sun. And also, he's the largest proponent of blocking out the sun to supposedly combat climate change. So all of those things are obvious when you put them all together, that they're trying to monopolize our food supply and trying to move us all into their smart cities, what they call it, in their climate agendas. So they make these plans for the future and name them, name the plans for the year that they want to accomplish those new sets of goals by. And so they're now up to Agenda 2030, and yeah, it openly admits that they think that humans are the problem, and so therefore they have to be carbon taxed and stuff like that, which the elite are just going to loophole out of. They don't pay income tax, so they're going to loophole out of that, and it's just going to be a basically an increasing police state, or control, government control. So this is just not going in. I had to make this video because there's just too much around it that is concerning, and going in potentially taking things in the wrong direction if we don't head it off with the truth and expose it first. So please help share this false narrative and help share the narrative that we need to spread, which is the best way of surviving our collective monetary slavery is to exit Babylon and go connect with your local small farms, as many as you can, network with them, travel around helping them, and then start guerrilla gardening and tending the wild edible plants that are in between those locations. It's the smartest thing to do right now.